This is mouse, and now it isn't. Logitech. They just launched the Logitech Mobi Fold mouse. It cost around £69 at the time of recording this video, and they claim it works basically on everything. And to be honest, it does. But here's the thing, and this is what makes this mouse really special for someone like me. I run Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iPhone, and I have a multi-OS setup essentially. So what I've done is I've tested this on all my devices. So far, this can connect to 3 devices. In terms of the configuration, but I've used it on 5 devices. There's a way where I do that, but I'm not going to cover that into this video because this is really just a first impression review of this mouse right here, and to decide and find out if it's really a genius or a gimmick. And one thing to note before we start is that this is not just a launch review of this mouse right here, because it's been out for a couple of days now, about a week plus or so. What I'll do is that I will come back a month later to review this, and also 6 months after to check out the durability update, because a folding mouse has to do more than just look good like this. It has to look more than clever. It has to survive real life usage from day to day. So stick with me, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly who this mouse is for, this Logitech Mobi Fold mouse, who it's for, and should you even bother to pick it up, and whether the price tag is fair or cheeky. Let's get to it. So what really comes in the box? It's pretty much straightforward with Logitech branding. But before actually going to what comes in the box, quick tip before buying anything. If you order from logitech.com, their website, you also get as free in the package this Logitech Mobi Fold carry case. So if you fold it like this, you can just slot it in, and then your everyday carry just becomes more fancy. It comes with this rope, and it has sort of a magnetic closure to it. So it's a nice touch, and it matches the old travel theme of this Logitech Mobi Fold mouse, which is really super duper good. So if you buying it on Logitech websites, you get that. Anywhere else, you will most likely not get that kind of promo, except they bring it to those competition platforms later on. So if you're buying somewhere for Amazon, at the time of recording this video at least, you wouldn't get that. You only get that from the Logitech website. But of course, I'll put the links in the video description where you can get them once this video is ready to publish. And let's get to what really comes in the box. You get a mouse, you get documentation, and that's pretty much it. No dongle, no little USB cables. Remember that. It matters later, and it's one of the first real trade-offs of this mouse. There's no cable that comes in the box, but it's also sort of fair because at that price point and at the features this mouse really packs, because I've been using it for the last couple of days now, I think it's kind of worth it for a mouse that folds flat, that can work almost as flat this way and folds and can fit just like this. I think it's more than just a peripheral. It's something that should go in your EDC if you're looking for it. That's just the spoiler for the video, but let's get to it and to go real depth. The whole pitch is in the foldability of this mouse. So let's talk about how it really feels in the hand. So this is me holding it, and I can almost have all of my hand folded around it, which is kind of good. And once you unfold it, it just powers on and starts working. There's no switch except how you toggle between the devices. That's the only switch on this device, and it charges through the backside. Yeah, charges through the backside. Well, kind of a clever addition. I would have expected it to be somewhere at the side, but it came at the back. Right? So the action you already do is to just pack it away, which is to fold it, and that saves on the battery life. So once it's folded, you can pretty much put it anywhere. Most times I just put it in the fold pouch here, even if I'm carrying it around at the house, because it's pretty good. And the arc structure of actually using this on a day-to-day basis makes it sort of really ergonomic, and we know this. Logitech makes one of the best mouse in the industry, and I cannot emphasize this. Yes, I bought it with my own money. They're not sponsoring it, not sending me this mouse. I bought it with my own money, but I think the ergonomic sort of makes it. It sort of reminds me of the Microsoft Surface Arc mouse, which has been around for a couple of years now. But there's an honest part to this mouse, right? Logitech says it could withstand 15 years of daily folding, well, we'll still use the mouse up to 15 years, really. And I obviously cannot prove that in a video like this one. I'll probably have to use it for about 15 years, but I'm not sure I will do that. So that's a claim that sounds like it's more of a press release to me. And well, we'll see in a month or 6 months if it really falls apart or hold up to the name. But from my experience of using Logitech products, and I can tell for a fact, I use a lot of Logitech products, right? I was charging that. Yes, I have a lot of Logitech products. I even have, where is it now? Somewhere in this office, yes. So I'm more of a Logi guy, right? So when this came out, I was like, I gotta lay my hands on it. So we'll see if it really holds up after 1 month, after 6 months, if it's something you get. Oh, actually, I have this mouse I've been using now for almost 4 or 5 years now. It's still here, but of course, this is gone. So it's sort of it. So I have quite a relationship with Logitech in terms of customer vendor relationship, not in terms of partnership because they are not sponsoring it. But I think Logitech, if you're hearing this, come sponsor my videos. All right. So I'll check it out and let you know in 1 month, 6 months how this really feels. My first impression on the build of this mouse is that, to be honest, to be very honest with you, I think it feels solid enough. It snaps and shuts confidently with little action needed on it. When I squeeze it, it does not feel like a toy. So this is me really squeezing it. It's not clicking anything on my computer now. And when I get to use it, it's actually pretty great with touch feedback. Not exactly haptic. It's not haptic at all. And the scroll feature here is where it gets really interesting. So me doing this actually scrolls top and down on it. Okay. And the clicks are pretty quiet. So this is me clicking. And I can only click this to the microphone here. So this is the click. And this touch area right here, right? This touch area actually, if you tap it down, this serves as the back button, or is it back button, front button when you press it down. And doing this actually does the scroll effect on the mouse for you. So it's pretty much kind of like an all-in-one portable, slimish kind of mouse for the price it comes at, right? So the click is quiet, and to be honest, I think it's good for cafe. Personally, and this is me even going a little bit off script here. This is perfect for libraries, perfect for the train rides, and it's what I'm going to be taking out. It's what I've been using for the last couple of days. Yes, I have a couple of mice in my daily setup here. Yes, I have the MX Master 3 over there. I have this one. I have this one right here also that I use, but I've sort of fallen in love. Yes, I also have, oh Lord, that's quite some mouse, man. I should probably do a giveaway. Well, if this video reaches 1,000 views in the first 1 week, I'll probably do a giveaway of one of my mouse devices. Well, we'll see how that goes, right? So, I think it's great. I think it looks great. My first impression, I think it looks good. And I'm saying this just out of pure honesty. I saw it, I went ahead, I bought it because I like how it looks. And actually holding it, I like how it feels in my hand. So it has this easy switch feature that comes in the Logi Options Plus application. So I'm using this on my Lenovo Yoga Pro 9i here. I also use it frequently on my M5 MacBook here. I know I promised you guys a video on this MacBook here right here, but I have not been able to do it quite yet. I've been pretty busy, guys. Okay, but I'm gonna make that video. Yeah. So, and once you switch up the Bluetooth, it just connects instantly. There's no weirdness. There's no special driver updates to do. It just connects and it works. Also, I'm using this currently actively on 2 devices at the time of recording this, my Yoga and my M5 here. The third device, I'm not quite sure. Maybe my work laptop at the back here is probably what I'm going to connect it to for when I go into the office in London. So when I've done a full 30-day review on how I use this on a daily basis, I'm going to come back. I'm going to make a video on that, on how I use it, even with the smart actions. Smart actions is something that is actually something Logitech is pushing with their devices now, and I think it's really going to come in strong. So I can map, instead of front and back, I can map this to be smart action buttons to launch apps for me, to do some sort of automation on my computer for me. And I think that would work quite cool right there. Well, that's sort of a future tense in a way. So that's that bit. I mentioned I use five sort of operating systems, right? More like five devices: Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS. Yeah. So the plan is for my Windows devices, I do sort of a screen extension thing with my Samsung Tab S9 tablet here. Yes, not S11, S9. So I sort of do a screen extend mouse kind of thing, mouse without border kind of things solution for this. And on my MacBook, I extend to my iPad for it to work with that. So the third device I'm going to connect to really, I've not decided, but connecting it in two modes right now sort of work for four full devices, which is kind of good. Of course, those extra devices come with the platform I use, which is kind of a still of an option. So I use an iPhone, use an iPad, use a Pixel, use a Samsung Tab, a MacBook. Or I also have a Linux 10 running right here beside me. So the question is, where does this mouse or mice leaves us? This mouse, I think, is great. My first impression is that it looks cool. It's pretty cool. When you go to a cafe and you just bring this out of your pouch, it looks elegant. See? Looks sort of elegant and pretty much easy and ready to go. And you just sort of bring it out of the case and you get to work. And you get things done. The other bit I wanted to talk about was the battery life of this thing. Um, Specs are one thing. Actually living with this mouse for a full work day, because this is where reviewer actually ends its keep, is that the touch first scroll, because I promised you a verdict. Yes, here's my balance stick. For browsing, reading documents, day-to-day usage, I think it feels warm and fuzzy. I've been browsing through loads of coding on my computer, and it's snappy. It's responsive. To be honest, I'm sort of still trying to get used to sort of a non-mouse wheel kind of scroll, but I think it's sort of eating it with me because it's pretty lighter than this. So if I'm trying to work on the bed, this sort of feels heavy. So this is my Rapple, is it M7 mouse now? It's kind of big. So was my travel. This was my travel mouse. Now this is gonna be my travel mouse. So you can see the comparison in terms of size. I had to even buy a special case for this one, but this one right here, because the case came in free with it, it's pretty much good. So for portability sake, I think this is really gonna win the game for me in terms of that. So here's the simple rule for this mouse, if you should buy it or not, and this is my verdict. If your day-to-day work is documents, emails, web browsing, you're gonna love this scroll. But if your day-to-day work, what you do every single day, is scrolling through timelines, scrubbing spreadsheets cell by cell, just going with your eyes open, it will be a compromise you're making if you buy this mouse. And only you yourself will know if this is the right mouse for you. And in terms of comfort, okay, Logitech claims that 22% less muscle strain is what you get from using the trackpad compared to using this one, which I think I actually agree, because to be honest, I hate using my laptop trackpads. Okay, and this is from their Ego Lab testing in 2025. And let me be careful here. That is their own lab, their numbers, their conditions. It really comes down to day-to-day usage for end users. So after a full day of work, for me personally, it feels like it's good, better than working on a trackpad. Because to be honest, working on a trackpad for me, it's sort of, see, this is how I use my trackpad, sort of like this. But here, my arms can comfortably rest and actually do stuff. And the fact that I can get it on the go and get working really nice. And USB-C fast charge, a few minutes plugged in gets you through your day really. I have not charged it since I actually bought it, to be honest. And it should probably be sitting at about 50% or so now. And I've been using it like for 3 days straight now. And now the things I'll be watching for in this mouse in the long term is that, hey, I want to be upfront with you. I'm really looking forward to the Inch. I don't want to jinx it, right? This Inch, I'm really looking forward to how it's going to perform. Is it going to break? Is it going to perform right? The Bluetooth switching staying rock solid. To be honest, with Logitech mice, they've been excellent. So I expect this to not be an exception. And this is exactly what the follow-up videos I'll be making on this are from. So you might as well subscribe right now if you want to see that 30-day review on this mouse. Now, my final verdict before I wrap this up. So, £69.99. Okay, for this, let's be real about the numbers, because that price for this size of mouse is an elephant in the room. The mouse is small, but the price is the elephant. £69.99 is premium money for a travel mouse. A basic, perfectly functional travel mouse costs about £25, right? So you're paying nearly 3 times as much money for this one. So you need to know what that premium buys for you. And that brings me to the question, or brings you to the question, and why you actually watch this video. Here's this. If a mouse lives permanently on your desks and never moves, you're paying for portability that you will never use in a mouse. Get the MX series instead, or any of the other Logitech Ergo mouse. You will get better wheel function, better value for your money, more buttons, and you will be very fine with it. But if you, my friend, if you work from the cafe, trains, planes, hotel rooms, or the bed, wherever you are always mostly on the go, if your laptop bag is basically your office, if you're up between laptop, tablet, and phone, then based on me using this last couple of days, and of course, being the fact that I sometimes don't even work on this desk 24/7 anymore now, this portability really adds up. It really does add up. And the cost, I would say, is what it's not what a £25 mouse will give you. And given that I said, yeah, it's great for travel and it sort of feels more premium, this is gonna be an eye turner when you go to the cafe to use it and all that. There's a downside, okay? One more time. Bluetooth only. So if your device does not have Bluetooth, so you plan to use it on a desktop with no Bluetooth adapter, it's just not for you, okay? It's Bluetooth only, no dongles, which sort of is a plus because for your devices, you want portability, okay? And the touch is not that precise for me personally, maybe because I'm not used to it yet. But in my personal opinion of using this, it's gonna be a steep learning curve for me to be able to get into my full workflow with this kind of scroll system, because I've been used to using things like this to scroll, So it's really gonna be a little bit of a Aki challenge to get used to a touch scroll system, if that's something that really makes sense. And you should weigh your options when you're getting that. But hey, even with the downsides I mentioned, there's a very big upside. The fold of this mouse is not just a gimmick. It's the power button, it's the screen protection, and it's the pocketability all in one bundle. And the more I've used it over the last couple of days, I think that value has really landed for me. But as you know what's coming, I'm not crowning this mouse for durability, okay? Not yet. Except I come after 30 days and 6 months, I tell you, this is still rocking the world for me. I will be lying to you if I say this is the best mouse on the market right now, okay? I will come back in 30 days and do a full review of living with this mouse, using it, and come back in 6 months even, maybe even after a year if it's not broken yet, and make a video on it. I'll talk about the battery, talk about the ink, the strip, the scrolling, even the touch, because this feels like a rubber sort of body to it, and I can almost just tear it off it if I was feeling sort of spoiling, if that's a word to use for a mouse. Okay, so that depends entirely on how this mouse pans out for me in the next days, weeks, and months to come. One favor I need from you right now before I let you go, I know this has been a long video already. Drop a comment and tell me one thing. Would you actually trust a mouse that folds in half? Yes or no? No halfway right there. I read every single one of your comments and I will reply to them as soon as possible. And if this review has really helped you, do either subscribe, like this video, share with someone you think should get this mouse if you want to get it as a gift for them. And hey, Father's Day gift. Maybe a perfect gift for your dad or someone who's a father figure in your life. Think about that. This is a brand new channel with real world gadgets reviews tested across multiple operating systems every single day. The way you actually use your gear is what I talk about, not just gadgets that you buy just for buying sake. I'm going to tell you the real facts about the devices I use, what I think about them, even if they paid me to talk about it. That's it. The Mobi Fold mouse. And I think I'm going to fold out of this one right now.